guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video! And here we have LR Super Baby 2, LR Grade 8 Baby, whatever it is you want to call him, this is that boy. So I figured now is probably a good time to sort of do a level 10 link showcase for him, with, GT bosses sort of being a relevant theme. We'll see if Dokkan is going to push GT moving forward, because like they're definitely doing the movie theme, which I think they're going to keep going back to, right? Definitely with the 2022 Dragon Ball Super movie being a thing. But it does seem like GT could be another focus. I mean, why else would they introduce this very small, very shitty GT bosses category, right, if they're not going to go ahead and support it? So I figured now was a good time to look at our boy LR Super Baby 2. Now, one of his real strengths, Baby is on a lot of category teams. He's on like every villain team. He's got the Grid 8 transformation and stuff like that. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens when this guy eventually gets a Dokkan Fest. Baby at this point in time does not have a Dokkan Fest, which is absolutely insanity to me. Alright, so we're starting out on the Corroded Body and Mind team. Baby is going to link up rather well with like Janemba characters. I mean, we've only got 2 links, but it's Metamorphosis and Big Bad Bosses. So, I mean, that's 2 key HP regeneration and 35% attack and defense, right? Remember, that's a huge, huge number. 35% attack and defense. So, Baby has got a pretty good link set, right? So he's going to have a lot of setups where he's going to work well. Baby also does get stronger fighting pure or hybrid Saiyan category enemies. He gets 3 key and 100% attack and defense at the start of turn. And then against a pure Saiyan enemy and a hybrid Saiyan enemy, he gets another 3 key and 50% attack. So at his best, there will be pure and hybrid Saiyan enemies on the field. So let's go ahead and do this right here. We'll be able to get Baby a fairly solid opening turn right here. I did bring some orb changing items right here just to ensure that we could get like some support from Janemba, since we are running the Corroded Body and Mind team. So Baby's defense will go up a little bit to, I don't know, probably like 170k-ish, something like that. Let's see, he lowers attack on 12 keys. So he's at 4.34. I mean, he is, considering he's over 2 years old, I mean, I feel like that attack stat is fine, right? It's not like, because people have to constantly understand, like, how to judge units, right? Like, it's like, the new Dokkan Fest Kid Gohan came out, and it's like he's doing, like, 3 to 4 million attack stats, and it's like, yeah, it's just not really that impressive. And then it's like, you got a free-to-play player whose best unit is, like, the 3-year anniversary units or something like that, Rainbow, and he's like, oh, that's good to me. Yeah, that's fine, but, like, Dokkan Fest Goten and Trunks, who just came out, they're doing 7 million turn 1 easily, right? Videl, turn 1, is doing double 4.5 million attack stats, super effective against all types, easily, right? Like, the damage, like, there's constantly power creep, right? Like, AGL LR Gohan has actually fallen off quite a bit from what people realize, right? Like, for example, the new Dokkan Fest Kid Gohan is head and shoulder, he's 27 times better than AGL LR Gohan, right? It's power creep, right? You can't be stuck in the past with a lot of these units. Constantly, new units are coming out that are replacing old ones. I mean, Tanabata's coming up, right? We know Dokkan Fest Kid Gohan is, the Dokkan Fest at the end of May / beginning of June. The next Dokkan Fest on JP's Tanabata very well could be a summonable LR better than the 6-year anniversary units. Very possible, right? Like, units get replaced very fast nowadays. Alright, so this is a good rotation in that we don't have any support active, but I really would like to, here, I'm going to do this right here. I want Baby to have, like, a lot of key. So I'm going to do orb changing right here, just because I would like to see, like, max attack stat sort of Baby, 24 key right here, with no support. I always feel like these are, like, when I try and do these level 10 link showcases, I'm trying to get, like, rotations without support, right? Like, we're fighting a pure Saiyan here. I do want to do a run where we're not even fighting a pure or hybrid Saiyan, so Baby gets none of his passive active. I feel like it's good to show all of these different scenarios when doing these level 10 link videos. Okay, so 4.13. I mean, without support, 2 links active, that's good. Like, that's definitely good. And he is lowering attack on both 12 and 18 key super attacks, right? So that could make him very solid in, say, Super Battle Road. In Super Battle Road environments, And then he does have his Great Ape transformation as well. Now, I will, in this video, we'll get the Great Ape transformation for him on at least one turn for sure, right? I think it'll be important to just sort of show it. Now, the Great Ape, I feel like a lot of times it's probably not something you're going to see too often. It's mostly like a Super Battle Road or I think like a Battlefield thing. I guess like, you know, like GT Legendary Goku event, you could see it. Like if you're going to try and do like a Corroded Body and Mind run, which, you know, is a mission for the GT Legendary Goku event, then like you would, you know, potentially run Baby on that team. In the upper like ranks of that fight, Baby starts to fall off a lot because he's got type disadvantage against the strongest phase. And then he, of course, also, his defense isn't that high, right? Okay, so with Rose, so what's all we have with Rose is big bad bosses, yeah. Baby is a unit that definitely would be helped out a lot, by the way, if he had, whatchamacallit, Fierce Battle. I think Fierce Battle would be very good for him. All right, so we'll do this. We'll be 3 keys shy of a 24 key super attack. Rose is giving a little bit of support. Remember, he does give key and attack to extreme class allies. So let's go ahead and see what type of damage numbers we'll see from Baby here. And then again, Baby is on, you know, how many teams is he on exactly? What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Baby is on 12 category teams. So we'll definitely look at him on a few of these teams. We will take a look at him on in his Great Ape form as well. We're going to look at all this stuff while going through this level 10 link video. All right, guys, now we're on the GT Bosses category team, right? This is the run I wanted to go up against not a Saiyan. So we are not fighting a Saiyan right here. So this will be good to see, right? This is Baby without, you know, the extra 50% attack or key he can get when not fighting a Saiyan. Now, Baby, yeah, 200k right there. Baby is going to work really well on the GT Bosses team. Again, he's got a good link set, right? Things like Thirst for Conquest, Metamorphosis, Big Bad Bosses, GT, right? Legendary Power are going to work really well. A Dokkan Fest Baby is going to be very good, right? So, like, here's the thing about Baby. There's a lot of versions of him that are, like basically not even represented. This is the only Super Baby 2 in Dokkan right now, which is just an SSR that Dokkan awakens into a Great Ape Super Baby 2, right? And then this Super Baby 1, which is just the LR's TUR, right? There's just a lot of, like, versions of Baby. There could be all types of transforming babies, like, support baby characters. Like, they could do so much with him. So, like, that is definitely the biggest way to buff the GT Bosses team, will be to give us a lot of Baby cards. Now, Rildo and Baby work exceptionally well together. They have the first 4 links, which is Thirst for Conquest, Metamorphosis, Big Bad Bosses, and GT. All 4 of those links, by the way, give attack and defense. So Thirst for Conquest, 15% attack and defense. Metamorphosis, 5% HP, 10% attack and defense. We're up to 25% already. Big Bad Bosses is 25%, so that's 50. And then GT's another 10% attack and defense. That's 60% attack and defense, 2 key, and 5% HP regeneration with Metal Rildo. Oh, by the way, Metal Rildo is also a GT Boss's key and defensive buff support type unit. So Baby and Rildo are going to work very, very well together. I'm going to put Baby in slot 1 because I think both Rildo and Super 17 potentially could finish Frieza off. I could have put Baby in the middle slot and we would have gotten Legendary Power active as well. Obviously, a fairly good attack link, but this is still pretty good. We saw Baby was at 200k defense next to Rildo with a lot of those big attack and offensive links. 3.1. Okay, so his attack was much lower. Keep in mind that on the Corroded Body and Mind team, we were on a full 170% leader skill. I mean, dude, it literally makes no one in the world could ever possibly understand what Dokkan was thinking, making the GT Bosses team not a 170% across the board. No one can ever conceive what Dokkan thinks that they were trying to do with that. It's just, it's foolish, it's stupid, it's dumb, it's asinine, it's moronic, all of it. It was just very, very not smart for Dokkan to put GT Bosses as a 150% lead. Unless they plan on releasing 6 consecutive Dokkan Fest and LRs, which I doubt they are, then it just really makes no sense why they did that, right? Because you're just really hamstringing this very limited roster, right? Like, they definitely could have some big guns in the future, but they don't have big guns right now. All right, so now we could have everything active here except for legendary power. That's pretty good. I really, damn it. The thing is, I think I might do this. That loses big bad bosses for us. What is his defense right here? 200k. Let me see. So, Hatred of Saiyans, which is, that's the one after GT. That gives 3 ki and 10% attack. Then Shattering Limit gives 2 ki and 5% attack and defense. This is a shame. This is a good rotation for Baby. I wish I would have finished Frieza off on that last turn. I think I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna leave the Super Baby 1 here with this Baby, and we're gonna get Rildo on the next turn. Yeah, look at the difference. 176k. Then we activate Big Bad Bosses, and he goes up to 208k. So a huge difference. But on this next rotation, we'll be able to get Rildo on rotation along with Baby, which, 50% support is going to be nice. 3.34. Yeah, so look at the difference in damage when he's not fighting a pure or hybrid Saiyan, right? Seems like that it only says a 50% attack buff, but it does appear to be quite a substantial buff right there that he's losing out on. So, okay. I actually want to, I would like to finish off this Baby right here, I think. So let me just do this. I want to just ensure, or finish off this Golden Frieza. I actually should have. Damn it! I wish I would have had more ki for my Super 17 right here. There you go. You let that ki passive kick in, you bitch! Oh, I hate so much that he only has a 50% chance for that ki passive to activate. It's so dumb. Ugh. Why would they shaft him like that? Okay, that did not do that much. Yeah, Super 17, man. This guy. And then here's this Baby. 600k attack set. Really impressive. Are you kidding me? Wow. Wow. Okay, so I try and finish off Golden Frieza on this phase. And looks like we're not going to get that done here. Yeah, he didn't crit. Okay. Well, I don't think it matters, actually, because we're not getting anything extra from Rildo. Yeah. Thirst for Conquest, GT, and Shattering Limit. Baby has that with the Super Baby 1. All of those, anyway. All right, so what is he at? 184k defense. Wow. Okay. I guess that makes sense because Rildo is giving the defensive buff as well as in, Big Bad Bosses, so it makes sense. All right, we'll probably make this the last turn here for the GT Bosses team, and then we'll go to our next team. What is Baby going to give us right here? 4.18. All right. Okay, makes sense. All right, let's go to the next team. All right, so now we're on the Space Traveling Warrior team. Kind of unfortunate that we ended up with LRB Pan on the, turn 2 right here. Because this would have been a great turn, potentially, to use her active skill for Baby. Now, the thing about Baby and B-Pan, they actually link up fairly well, right? GT, Shattering the Limit, and Legendary Power, that works well. And, B-Pan after her EZA, I probably would say, I mean, maybe this will be a controversial take, but I probably would say she's outright better than Baby. I mean, Baby is doing much more significant damage numbers, but I think B-Pan's performance across all of the difficult events is just going to be much more impressive, right? You could sit there and go, woo, Baby, 4 billion plus, woo-wee! Or you could be like, oh, look at B-Pan doing literally everything, and the active skill and all that. All right, but this is going to be a good turn for Baby, right? Because we're on Bojack's Space Traveling Warriors / Time Traveler team. So Baby is getting, a lot of links and stuff like that active here. Golden Cooler is a support type unit as well. What is that link he's activating? I think it's Metamorphosis for Baby. Yeah, dude, Metamorphosis is a really good link. And it is a really strong link for a lot of, villain teams to potentially build around. You're going to be able to get a lot of power out of 5% HP regeneration and 10% attack and defense. Just a very, very strong link, right? All right, so Baby is at 4.63 right there. Is that the highest in the video we've seen thus far? I think it is. Next turn is going to be his highest thus far because we're going to get the active skill for B-Pan, and we're going to also have that Tech Cell support type unit around. Now, I brought... Baby works very well with Bojack units, by the way, because, again, he's got Thirst for Conquest. He's got Big Bad Bosses with them, right? You have a lot of very good, powerful links that Baby is going to be able to activate with a lot of major villain characters, right? So that's going to be really good. Baby, Super 17 should have been the best extreme class unit in the game. They really should have done that. Baby's Dokkan Fest, I'm really hoping that they make him like Videl tier. Like, because like he can really bring it home for a lot of villain teams. He's on so many villain teams that like him being godly would just be so, like, again, dude, like Revenge, Inhuman Deeds, like I would love for him to be a leader for Artificial Life Form, Terrifying Conqueror, Target Goku, Final Trump Card would be fine, Revenge would be fine, Inhuman Deeds would be fine, Grade 8 Power, Corroded Body and Mind. Like, there's actually 60 teams. Like, all those teams I would not mind if he's a new leader for, right? Because, like, Final Trump Card, there's a good villain, kind of like listing on Final Trump Card. So it would be nice to have, like, a villain leader. You could run, like, a full villain Final Trump Card build. It would not be bad at all. All right, so here we're going to have Big Bad Bosses, GT, Legendary Power, and Shattering Limit. This is going to be an absolutely insane turn for B-Pan, by the way. Just to keep y'all in the know. Or excuse me, not B-Pan, Baby. This is probably going to be the best turn we might see from Baby in this video in terms of his damage. There's definitely many different ways we could probably get even higher, right? Now, as far as fighting a pure and a hybrid Saiyan at the same time, I think pretty much only Super Battle Road is like the only place I could think of where you would fight a pure and hybrid Saiyan at once. Even like a Dokkan event, like maybe I'm dumb, but like I can't think of like a Dokkan. Like I'll check in between the next run. What is Baby's attacks at? 7 million. Okay, yeah, because Baby has a very high attack stat and very high start of turn attack. So it makes sense that B-Pan sends him to the moon in terms of his damage, right? And again, B-Pan, like, bringing her these days is not even that, like, she does so much. Like, you would bring her into difficult content, God of Destruction events, Super Battle Road, all these places. Like, B-Pan is a legitimate option on all of her teams, so she's not just like a physical Kid Buu showcase unit. B-Pan is a unit you'd want to run in difficult content, so definitely keep that in mind. Alright guys, so now we're on the Transformation Boost / Terrifying Conqueror team. Remember that Baby is going to work ultra well with Cooler as well, dude. Because, I mean, Thirst for Conquest, Metamorphosis, Big Bad Bosses. Plus, Baby is on both Transformation Boost and Terrifying Conqueror, so he's always getting Cooler's support type buff. Baby also works really well with First Form Frieza. Again, he works well with Janemba. There's a lot of characters we're going to be working very well with. Like, Baby is a good unit, right? Like, he's definitely not anywhere within range of, like, a top 10 LR or anything like that. Like, no way in hell, right? But Baby is just a very solid unit, right? He's got good defense for an LR that's, you know, 2.5 years old. He does good damage, I would say, for an LR that's 2.5 years old. I mean, that was 4.63 right there with no support, right? That's just his links. His links and his stats. Like it's not bad. He's not bad, right? Like, again, you have to judge characters differently. Like, the Dokkan Fest Kid Gohan comes out, well, at the time I'm recording this, he comes out tomorrow. He does 4 million, it's like, you know, but he comes out in May of 2021. Baby came out in January of 2019, so it's a much different 4 million attack stat that Baby is doing in comparison to this guy. You guys get what I'm saying. Okay, the only thing is we're probably going to finish both of these Vegeta and Goku off right here. We'll see. I do like jumping into this Super Saiyan 4 Vegito Dokkan event here and there. This one is fun, right? Again, I've told people many times, I like doing a lot of showcases on Dokkan events. One reason is because we're fighting like a variety of different enemies and a variety of different stages and stuff like that. Like, I just sort of like bouncing around all over the place. Like, after this, the last thing I want to do of this Level 10 Link showcase after this run against the Super Saiyan 4 Vegito Dokkan event is we are going to go ahead and I'm going to go into the GT Legendary Goku event, and I'm actually going to have whatchamacallit happen. We're going to see Baby's Grade 8 transformation. Okay, so this is a crazy rotation. We have everything active except for Hatred of Saiyans. So this is really good. I'm going to do this right here. Hopefully Rildo doesn't like double super and finish things off. Let's do this right here. Okay, so that's going to be Baby. Full 24 keys at 238k defense. You know, Cooler is the full 170% team. Let's go ahead and see what Baby does right here. 50% support from Rildo. The rest of his links being active from First Form Frieza. Again, this should be a fairly good turn. 6.62. Pretty good. That's nice. Like the 6 million without an active skill buff, that's a legitimate rotation, because that Rildo, the AGL 50% support Rildo, he's good, right? Like, he's definitely one of the better 50% support type units. So, like, him, Baby, and First Form Frieza, like, that's a legitimate rotation. Like, these are powerful units by themselves, not just, like, you know, showcase setting or something like that. So, that's impressive. I'm like, I feel like Baby's performing well. Like, he's good. Again, like, you know, you can't compare him to the standards of 2021, sort of. It's like, you could, you know, compare him to like, these units and sort of say, like, okay, like, obviously he doesn't compare to, like, I don't know, like, the Dokkan Fest Trunks and Goten, like, eclipse Baby's damage and defense by a lot, right? But then, like, you know, it's more, I don't know, accurate to kind of compare him to the meta of his time, right? When sort of, like, judging, like, damage and defense and stuff like that. Like, he definitely, I would say, was probably better when he first came out than many of us initially realized. Like, he definitely was good. And that Great Ape transformation can come in clutch in difficult content, right? Like, that's another thing to really keep in mind with him. This is another really good rotation, by the way. We have everything except for Legendary Power and Hatred of Saiyans. Again, we're getting, you know, cooler support type buff. All of this shit is going on right here. So here's Baby 24 key. This is not, we're not, but 267k defense. Damn. This is, that's really good. 267? That's pretty good, man. But this is Baby. We're not fighting a pure Saiyan, by the way. Remember, the fusions, Vegito, Gogeta, Kefla, are erroneously not on Saiyans. And then he gets up to 5.66 without a Saiyan around. So, like, Rildo definitely makes Baby look really good. That's pretty good damage. I'm impressed by what we've seen from Baby. He's able to put up some good numbers for sure. So, alright, let's just finish this off by getting Baby's Great Ape transformation. Okay, so we did not... Wow. Alright, very unlucky. Annoying. Alright, so Baby, right? Now, I don't remember what it was initially. I think when we very first saw Baby's details, I believe... Someone can correct me. But I believe it was turn 3 or 4 and HP under 50%, he would guaranteed transform into it. But instead, it was updated, I think, on release. Like, the initial Twitter info might have been updated, and it changed to high chance when HP's 40% or less. Now, I probably would argue it's better the way it is now, because it's more suitable for long, difficult content, right? So, the way it's set up right now, excuse me, it's more suitable for the short, difficult content. I'm sorry. So like, okay, the way it is right now is very good in Super Battle Road, right? Like, you could have a scenario where you end up chaining Baby's Great Ape transformation repeatedly in, like, Super Battle Road stages and stuff like that, like at the start of the fight, right? Previously, a turn restriction is tough. Like, when you start to get, like, because usually you get character restrictions, turn restrictions, HP restrictions, when you only have one of the three, it's often pretty good, right? And because Baby, well, Baby does have a percent chance. Like, he's got a 50% chance of transforming under 40% HP, which we actually did not get, right? But typically, if you've only got one of those three between character, turn, and HP, you're in a pretty good position, right? Okay, so I guess I could do this. I do want to be careful not to gain, like, a lot of HP back. I just brought a bunch of items here. I mean, I'm keeping this all in because this shows that it can be difficult to get the ape transformation. It's pure RNG once you fall below this HP threshold. But I brought a bunch of items designed around keeping my HP low, but then maintaining that we weren't going to be taking damage. I made sure to bring some weaker defensive characters like these babies right here too as well to make sure we could see this Great Ape transformation here. Okay, that's perfect. So we can go into this next phase transformation. Wow. Okay. All right. Well, I mean, when it comes to doing showcases, no one has got worse luck than me. That's for sure. Okay. I guess maybe I will cut right here because if I'm just going to sit here all day and night sitting here, okay, baby, any day now, feel free to transform, right? Like, that's not very fun. So, all right, I guess I'll cut now until baby just decides, oh, transform this turn. Any day, baby. There we go. Oh, dude, I was going to lose my marbles if this boy decided not to transform on me again. All right. So, now we have Baby's Great Ape transformation. Now, Baby, to this day, still has one of the better, like, Great Ape or Rage transformations, right? One of the main reasons for this is because he gets an additional key per orb. As an LR, that's obviously very important because these Great Apes do not share links or anything like that, right? So he's getting the extra key per orb. So we will be able to very easily get his 18 key super attack, which is good. I also do want to show his 12 key animation right there, and then bam, look at that. Pretty good. Not bad by Baby. Let's see, greatly raised attack for 1 turn on his 18 key super attack here in Great Ape. Now remember, this is just free damage in Great Ape. Animations look good. He's definitely a very, very powerful unit. I've definitely had my ass saved by this Baby transformation several times on challenge runs in the past, right? So there is level 10 links, LR, Super Baby 2, LR, Great Ape Baby. Let me know what you guys think of this bad boy. Thanks for watching. Hopefully we get a Dokkan Fest Baby soon. And I will catch you guys in the next one.